Hi, first graders. Today we are working on the last lesson in Unit 4. This is the 18th lesson. So next week we'll do a review day and our Unit 4 test. So today we're going to be focusing on mathematical practices, and what that means for first graders is talking about our thinking about math and analyzing some data and thinking critically. So first thing we're going to do is start off on page 191 in our workbook. Okay, so maybe you can think of a time that your family went to a show or a movie and there's a lot of cars in the parking lot. So we're going to start off by trying to figure out how many cars there are, and then we're going to show tens and ones. And it tells us right here, 10 cars can park in each row. Can you see that? Okay, so I see one group of 10 here, one group of 10 here, and a few extras. So how many tens? I keep doing that, sorry. Okay. How many tens do you see? Yep, there's 2 tens, 1 10, 2 tens. 2 tens. And how many extra ones? 3 extra ones. So 2 tens and 3 ones. What number does that make? You can almost see it right here. Yep, 23 cars. So go ahead and write that in. Okay, similar situation here. Now we're talking about how many people there are. So it's still saying that 10 people can sit in each row. So here we can see this is 10 people. And here's another group, 10. 10. 10. And this one's not full, so that's not a group of 10. So let's start off by counting these, okay? How many groups of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tens. And how many ones? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 groups of 10 and 6 extra ones. How many people is that? You can almost see the number right here, 46 people. Okay, so in these pictures we related tens and ones to make the numbers in practical situations, meaning like in things that you could actually see in your real life. Okay, so maybe the tickets to the show were sold on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we have to figure out the number of tickets that were sold each day, and then on the bottom we're going to compare them. So we have to work with attention to detail so that we make sure we're getting these answers correct, so that when we compare our data, that it's all accurate. So first of all, it says write the number of tickets sold each day. Here I can see that this says 10 tickets. So these with the little white stickies on them are groups of 10. And these that just say admit 1, that is just 1 ticket. So let's count these out together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So 65 tickets were sold on Friday, so let's write that in. Okay, and then how many tens? You can see it right here. We ended up with 6 tens. And how many ones? 5 ones. 6 tens and 5 ones is 65 tickets. Okay, I'll have you do Saturday and Sunday on your own really quick. So pause the video, complete Saturday and Sunday, and then click play. See if you got the answers right. All right, let's check in. For Saturday, did you get 5 tens and 4 ones for a total of 54 tickets? And Sunday, it was a little tricky, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. But then when we went and counted our extra ones, it turns out that we had 10 extra ones. So that could actually be bundled or, scooped up like we were doing yesterday. Scooping up those extra ones and making that a packet of tickets as well. Because if we said 5 tens and 10 ones, that just doesn't work out quite right. I mean, we would have to add those together to get 60, but if we just bundle these up, we could say 6 tens, 0 ones. We can see our number is 60. So looking at this, which day do they sell the most tickets? Yep, it's Friday because they sold 65 tickets. Okay, so now we need to compare. We need to take our numbers and put them in the boxes. So Friday we had 65, so let's put that in here, 65 on Friday. Saturday, 54. So we're taking the answers that we got up here and putting them into our comparison sentence right here. So we're going to say 65 is greater than 54, 65 is less than 64, 65 is less than 54, or 65 is equal to 54. So you're going to put in greater than, and you read it from left to right, 65 is greater than 54. Okay, let's try the next one. Look at Friday. Well, Friday we know is 65. And Sunday is 60. Okay, and you're going to put in the comparison there. Please do the same thing for number 6 and number 7. Notice that here it has Saturday first and then Sunday. And then on number 7, they have Sunday and then Saturday. So that's going to change the symbol that you put on here because we're reading from left to right. Okay, finish that up, please. And then we're going to talk about Joe and Cindy. They each bring oranges to school. We're going to compare the number of oranges that Joe and Cindy bring. So here we can see that Joe has 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So Joe has 25. Okay, and then let's check on Cindy here. She's got 10, but it looks like she's got a bunch of extra ones. I wonder if we can make that into a group of 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, that's a group of 10 right here. So I'm going to use a different color so you can see that this right here might almost look to you like a 10 frame, right? Like we see on Prodigy. So this is 2 10s, and now we're saying 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So if we're going to compare these using that same language of greater than, less than, or equal to, would we say that Joe's amount of oranges is greater than Cindy's? Joe's amount of oranges is less than Cindy's? Or Joe's oranges are equal to Cindy's? Yep, you're right. It's equal because 25 is the same as 25. Okay. And we also want to talk about taking a position on true or false here. So I want you to make up your mind and decide, is 19 plus 5 less than 20? So you decide right now, is that true? Is this sentence true or false? So first you're going to want to figure out what 19 plus 5 is. All right, so if we start at 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this would actually be false because 24 is greater than 20 instead of 24 is less than 20. All right, so the last two things you need to do today would be Unit 4, Quick Quiz 3, which is the next page in your math workbook, 193. So you're going to add these. So these are 10s, pay attention to that. And this is a 10 plus 1s, right? So 10s plus 1s, make sure you pay attention to that. For number 3 and number 4, you can use any method you want. You can draw a picture, you can count on your fingers, whatever you have to do to find the total, put that in the box. And then we have a story problem here. So let's read it carefully and make sure we know what it says. Cindy has 56 stamps. She buys 4 more stamps. How many stamps does she have now? Okay, so it sounds like adding, right? Because she's buying more. So it'd be 56 plus 4. Don't forget to put the label. When you finish your quick quiz, on the back side will be a fluency check. So it says find the unknown partner or total. Make sure you're paying attention to where that box is. So here we have, for 1 through 6, we have the total being unknown, right? You can see that total unknown. for numbers 7 through the end, through 15, you're looking for a partner. So it gives you the total here, you can see that, and you're starting at this number. So you start at 1 and you get up to 7. So you'd grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many is on your fingers? 6. Yep, so for all the rest of these, it's a partner unknown. All right, thank you very much. Talk to you soon.